Hello friends and welcome to another Crypto Stacker video. My name is Dean. If you're watching my videos for the first time, please know I only make them for entertainment and education, as well as community building around the tokens that I talk about. Today I'm talking about Terareum, and for full disclosure, Terareum is an official sponsor of the Crypto Stacker channel. I made a video last night, but there's a lot of interesting things going on, and when we have red days, I think we need to talk about those. It isn't fair or realistic, really, to only talk about coins on days that they're going well. Now, Tuesday is a day I plan on making Terareum content every week. It just happened to be on a day that it was really zooming. But there was a very interesting article I'm going to point you to today. And I'm also going to do a sample purchase. People have been asking me for a buy tutorial. So I will show you how to make a purchase. I'm going to use Coinbase wallet, but any DeFi wallet should function in a very similar manner. So first of all, let's talk about where we're at. There's a lot of buzz going on about the fact that this is down, currently saying down 26.7% from where it was this time yesterday. If we zoom out a little bit, we would see that in the last 14 days, Terareum's still up 380%. It's up 185% in the last 7 days. Yesterday, it did zoom up pretty high. If we look at this on a 24-hour basis, you'll see that with some of these big dips, there are people buying them back pretty strong, okay? There was a dip here and a buyback, a big dip here and a buyback. This one here, it goes into more of a consolidation with a dip and then some recovery. So it will be troubling if we keep seeing this going down and down, but it's a brand new project. As long as they keep delivering on promises, they're still talking about 5 additional listings for exchanges coming here in the near future. So far, they've delivered 2. I'll show you that in an article here in just a minute. But things, big run yesterday. I'm sure some people taking some profits. So let's jump in and look at what's happening with fundamentals here. The total number of holders is up from yesterday by 620 to 7,115. The market cap is back where it was really 2 days ago. We're at 283 million 2 days ago. We're at 296 million today. So people who bought anytime before 2 days ago are in a positive position right now. People who got excited about the big run up yesterday, some of those people may be currently sitting down about 30%, and we'll just have to see how that plays out over time. I don't know what's going to happen. I wish I did. I would be a lot wealthier than I am, but it's so early in this project with still many catalysts to come that hopefully we'll find some footing here and continue a nice, healthy ascent, not just meteoric rise and crashes, okay? Price sitting at 806. The volume actually higher today than yesterday. The burn has ticked up to where by tomorrow we will have burned a full 1% of the original token supply, or 1 quadrillion tokens. So in 2 weeks, it's burned a quadrillion tokens. This is a pretty common pattern with new tokens with very low prices because a small amount of dollars buys a large quantity of tokens, and the burn is based on a percentage of the token purchase. Right now, it's a 3% burn on every token purchased. So, where the money buys more tokens, the burn is a little bit accelerated. As the price increases, if the volume doesn't continue to increase proportionately, the burn will slow down. But that's pretty amazing. And once this hits 10,000 wallets, the development team is supposed to be burning another 1 quadrillion. So we could get a quick burn this week of a quadrillion tokens. Total tokens burned in the last 24 hours, 67, almost 68 trillion tokens. So it's moving along nicely there. All right. So let's take a quick look at what I'm talking about, some other things of interest. Okay, to me, one point of interest, we're about to burn 1%. The other one was that there was an article today that was put out by Watcher News. This is Watcher Guru. They're all over Twitter. It's a pretty good one to follow if you're into cryptocurrency. I would recommend it. But their article was titled, "Here's Why Terareum Surged by Over 500% in Just the First 14 Days." Now, remember, it is, even on that 14-day look now, still up almost 400%. But since this morning, that's changed as the sell-off has kind of impacted the price. So it just says, brand new to crypto, Terarium was taking the front stage. The crypto market had eyes on the asset after it managed to surge by nearly 600% just days after its launch. Apart from being surprised, several in the community were wondering how the asset managed big gains of this magnitude. This article then goes on to summarize some of the reasons why Terarium might be surging. One of them they notice here on CoinGecko is that there were a lot of people out of the gate watching this. When you click that star on CoinGecko, it puts it into your favorites list or a watch list. And so early on, it started to build a lot of people watching. There's been a lot of people talking about it. So this is Zach Humphreys. I think it's cool because it's somebody that I know in the YouTube space that he got quoted. His tweet got quoted. It's just saying that the pump is ridiculous. And it was. I said yesterday, this is the kind of stuff that people dream about when they get into a crypto project. Everybody's hoping they can catch a big wave like that. Another thing they talked about was the CertiK audit. The article then talks about the fact that since launch, it was launched originally just on Uniswap, but now there are two centralized exchanges who've listed it, CoinTiger and Bitmart. And then the article kind of sums it up here in the end, saying, even though some people might shun the coin for being prey to a potential pump and dump, the asset could secure prominent listings in the near future. Now, that should be a reference to an AMA that I actually did earlier this week on Sunday, where Milton said that they were working on 5 additional exchange listings. So I just thought it was interesting. It's such a new project, and to be listed or featured here on Watcher Guru, I thought that was a positive. All right. With that out of the way, let me just show you guys really quick how to make a purchase. So this is the tutorial portion of the video. Terarium was launched on Uniswap. Now, if you have a Bitmart account or a CoinTiger account, you're certainly welcome to use those platforms because it's listed there as well. But if you're using a DeFi wallet like Coinbase, Trust Wallet, MetaMask, this is how you would go about that. Now, I'm using my computer, but it should work the same way on your phone. So you're going to go onto a browser and go to uniswap.org. Launch the app, and it will bring up a trading window. Once the trading window opens, you'll need to link whichever wallet it is that you're using to make your purchase. So up here where my wallet address is, if I were to click on that and click change, you'll see there's lots of options here. Now, Coinbase Wallet has its own linking step. If you're in any other wallet like Trust Wallet or whatever, you can simply, because I'm doing it on the browser, it's allowing me to scan my wallet code. But I have a plugin for Coinbase Wallet, so we're just going to be using that today. Okay, so I've got some Ethereum in there. Now I need to go out and select Terarium. Now I could just type it in here, but really the safest way to do it, especially if it's a brand new purchase, is to go to the Terarium website and get a copy of the actual contract address. Okay, so here is the official contract address. I'm just going to highlight it and copy it, and then go back into Uniswap and paste it in. What this is going to do is it's just going to ensure that I'm getting the official Terarium and not some type of copycat. So I'm going to go ahead and import it. All right. And now I'll just be telling it how much I want to buy. So I'll buy, let's say 0.05. That's about $131. That's going to leave some money to pay the fees because I am going to have some fees that I'll need to pay. And we'll just click the swap button. Now, it might be helpful to increase the slippage on this because some of these coins that their prices move around on quite a bit, they will actually fail if the slippage is set too low. Slippage basically says, we'll go ahead and process this transaction as long as the amount that you're saying you're buying is within plus or minus 5% of the quantity you're taking. So I'm going to just bounce it up to 25% because I want to make sure that the transaction goes through. And I've got enough money there to buy 25% more, or I can accept 25% less. So I've increased the slippage to 25%. We'll go ahead and confirm the swap. Okay, so it's going to make me confirm on my phone in this case because I'm using my browser, but on your phone, it shouldn't have to be that way. The transaction has been submitted. Pretty soon here, we'll be able to look at it on the Ether scan, and that will give us the ability to know, were we successful? Okay, so if I click on this pending up here, there we go. You can see I can click through and look at the actual Etherscan report. Okay, it shows that it was a success. And so I've now purchased $131 of Terarium. Looks like I paid an $18 transaction fee, which, guys, man, if you were trading back in October, you would be like completely elated to have a transaction fee that low. But it looks good. So we can now go back into my Coinbase wallet and we'll see if the Terarium has showed up in my little ownership list there. Okay, so I did take just a minute there and edit out a second. It took probably 2 minutes for that whole thing to go from a successful transaction to reporting back to my wallet. But there you can see that I just purchased another 20 billion Terarium. Okay. Now, if I wanted to go ahead and reverse that transaction and send it back the other way, I would simply do the same thing. I would go into Uniswap. I would have my wallet connected. And then instead of Ethereum, I would just put my Terarium in that top section and I would swap it for Ethereum. I do have to have enough Ethereum in my wallet to cover that transaction fee. Again, it was around $18 for this last one. But if your transaction isn't going through, two things that could be holding you back. The first one, you may not have enough Ethereum for the transaction fees. And the other one is your slippage may be set too low. So friends, there's just a quick example of how you can buy some Terarium. Hey, I want to finish this one out by showing everybody again what's going on with my reflections for Terarium. So as of yesterday, I have received another 1,184,000,000 Terarium tokens as a part of the Reflections program. Every time somebody buys or sells Terarium, there is a tax taken. 3% of that goes towards a burn, 3% of it goes towards a reflection or rewards coins for other holders, and 3% of it goes into a marketing and development wallet. So in the last 24 hours, on the amount that I'm holding, I received 1,184,000,000 new free Reflections tokens from Terarium. Since I started my journey here, which was on the first day of the launch, I've received 13 billion. So, I just purchased 20 billion. Having 13 million for free, not a bad deal. At the current price, it's worth about $80, my Reflections tokens. So it's a, kind of a passive income system over time. Friends, I hope you're having an amazing day. Thanks for checking in with me. If you have questions or you don't feel like that tutorial was clean enough, let me know in the comments section. We can try it again, or we could do it on different systems. But really, with a little bit of fiddling around, or if you watch a few videos on YouTube, you should be able to figure it out. I hope you're having an amazing day. Thanks for stopping in. Check back with me soon. We'll watch our crypto stacks grow together.